Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds 2. We're here having just landed on Golden Ridge, our next planet. And I really like the look of that statue. I'm a big fan of big, oppressive statues. Gotta have more of those in the world. If I'm gonna be oppressed, I want to be oppressed by a statue. Make it impressive, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Didn't realize we were landing so close to the action.
Yeah, you're telling me. Damn, man. That was cool. It's like a Zeranium cloud. They're using biological weapons here? Whew. I hate to be down there. Okay. What do we got going on here? Do we have like settlements or anything? Is this just like a... I know it's a mining place. How deep in the war are we? I'm liking this though. Like an abandoned spaceport. I know the last one we landed on was kind of abandoned too. Not really. I guess it was pretty close to Fairfield, but... Let's see what we got going on in here. Status. Tram access restricted. Hello?
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
The interstate. The hell? It's like something's running down the tracks or something, that music. Hello?
Attention passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful.
21,000 hours. How many days is that, guys? We got a rift here. Some crazy shit's happened here. I'm gonna lie, I'm liking the vibe. I'm liking the vibe of this place.
Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Let's go ahead and see what's in here. Let's investigate this tram station. Okay, we got a bunch of sleeping pads. Sleeping pads? Sleeping bags? They're not bags. What is this called? Cots? Not a cot. I don't even know. Bed rolls. There we go. Tossball card. This is going to be our 15th one. Plus 5 to our health. I'll take it. Okay, so we can do that quest too when we get back to Free Market Station.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting
The gaps.
until the next tram.
All of them.
Minding the gaps. Golden Ridge Tremicular of Expediency. That's not good. Let's go ahead. We've got blood. I guess I don't have a pistol. I need to get a new pistol. Hello? Oh, this is so eerie. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Our fabric packaging is airtight as any proof by a charismatic mathematician.
What am I doing here? Okay, I don't want to go down there yet. But that is something. Let's check this first. Station reports. Current schedule. 999 minutes behind schedule. Tram 10 is at the station. Report any trams later than 16 seconds to the regional authority. Incident reports. 5 minutes behind schedule, staff shamed. 9 minutes behind schedule, staff admonished. 17 minutes behind schedule, conductor reprimanded and recommended for mental refreshment. Incidents. Citizens found eating food in non-designated area. Admonishment administered. Recurring incident will result in increasing admonishment with eventual mental refreshment if issue is not resolved. Citizen fell asleep in common area and loudly snored, disturbing the peace in a public area. Severe admonishment. Recurring offenses will be reviewed by an arbiter. Okay. Not sure that really told us a whole lot. Alright, I guess we can go check this tram out. Nope, we cannot. You know, if you're gonna put an invisible wall there... Oh, hi. Were you the person that we were chasing down here? You're gonna put an invisible wall there. At least, you know, tell me that there's one there. That'd be useful. Yeah, there was nothing else down this way, was there? I couldn't, like, go underneath this, right? No. Creak, creak, creak. Creaking knees. Okay. Let's get back in there. I might have been able to jump up there, but that's alright. We'll go back through this way. That cloud is dissipated. We sure our ship's okay here, guys? Oh. You know what I need to get? I need to get a scope on this thing. I think the next time we get to, we're gonna break down all of our stuff that we're not using. I think it's time. Okay. Let's check this side out. What do we got here? Our splendor unceasing, for Arcadia, no sacrifice is too great. Such was the caption of this mural, assembled painstakingly by a team of sculptors over the course of 6 years, commissioned by the sovereign himself to immortalize Arcadia's bounty. The original mural was deemed too spectacular to confine to one location. Eventually, the decision was made to fabricate copies of the original mural, each of which would be housed in the tram stations throughout Golden Ridge, so that any subject may feel the cares of true artistry. Each of these copies was made to contain a piece of the original, glorious mural. Interesting. Man, I do like these murals. I can take it? Oh, find the other mural piece. Mural fragment, the dream of the stars. Alright. Gotta hand it to the Protectorate. You know, their art is on another level compared to Auntie's Choice. I just don't think Auntie's Choice has the artists. I guess there's no profit in good art, you know? It's all about effective art. Those two things don't always align.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Now, what is this stuff? That's all from the Rift. Because I haven't learned what those are, or what we're gonna do with them, how we close them. Still a lot we don't know yet. Okay, we spent enough time in here. That's okay. We got an elevator. Is that the only way?
Your patience is commendable,
Ah.
passenger. Please continue waiting.
Gotta tell you, Niles, I don't really trust
Tram arrives.
this, but I guess we don't have a choice. Come on, guys. If I'm using it, you're using it too. Okay. Why did they leave this place abandoned? I wonder. I suppose we don't actually have a whole lot of money. I didn't really get as much. Are we low on anything? We're low on these long What are these? Heavy rounds. We're low on heavy rounds. Let's go buy those then. Okay. We're low on... We're actually low on long rounds too. Everything else is okay. Yeah. Where's the welcoming committee?
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
I'll keep that in mind. Okay, we got a door over there that's broken. See, this is what I was afraid was going to happen to our elevator. Should have taken mine. Picked the wrong elevator, my friend. My apologies. Oh, there's a safe back there. No, is there another way in? I don't think so. Man, we need to get, like, I don't know if we can get the Brawny trait anymore. I don't know, maybe we just need to dump a bunch of points in engineering. Seems like that's the way to go. There's a lot more broken doors than there are locked doors, it would seem. Alright, yeah, there's nobody here to welcome us.
Matriarch's Mercy lies directly ahead. This unit is ready to proceed when you are, Commander.
Okay, which quest are we tracking here? It's the Arbiter's Measure. Okay. I guess we should go to the place straight ahead first. Is that... Search area and return to start. Oh, that's the wrong quest. This one. Yeah, this one's straight ahead. I guess we'll go check this out first. Find a safe place to set up. Find out what's going on this planet.
Reminder, makeshift habitations not meeting fundamental standards of structural integrity will be summarily dismantled. Politely.
Game is looking great. What do we got over there? Refugee?
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please!
Hey, what's going on?
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately.
We?
My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please.
How badly are they hurt?
I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waked since the attack. Hurry, please. We must hurry or they'll be eaten. Or worse.
Something's wrong with you and your story.
Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying.
Okay. Let's go. Lead the way.
Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Guns out, boys. And girl. Boy and girl. We're walking right into an ambush. But we need to get to know this place. Okay, we do got blood.
that range.
Moving up.
Ready to waste them on your command.
Good job, team. Have a bite to eat. Yeah, we knew that was coming. Even without the observations skill check, we knew. They probably should have sent somebody who could actually speak. Who had more speech skill, you know? That's what they needed. Plan is good. We kill a lot of dumb people and take their stuff. It's hard sometimes to still talk smart. Taking adrenatime makes talking good easy. But after adrenatime makes it easy even more harder. So need more adrenatime. We just gotta move, find new people to steal from. Order guys, antis guys, and angry order guys are all hard to fight. New people is easy. Just need to find new places to catch them when order guys is not around. Yeah, this new good plan. We scrappers can do this. Just gotta keep talking smart and keep dumb talking scrappers and back for ambush. Okay, maybe I guess they did send their best talker forward, huh? Clever. Okay, anything else around here? Kind of look like I could climb up this place. Nope. Okay. Yeah, this map doesn't seem overly large. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's bigger than I'm feeling. I'm okay with it. Because it looks really good. All these, like, crystal trees. That's cool. Sun's going down. So we're gonna have to use another elevator. I wonder if we're gonna go down to where that missile hit. Refugees this way. The Order of the Ascendant. Matriarchs of Mercy.
Exponential increase in local population detected, and max occupancy exceeded. Non-essential persons should vacate for safety purposes.
Hey there.
Another refugee? All right, step forward.
Not quite.
Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations.
I could wait, but I might get these people sick.
Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others. Our calculations do not afford many sick refugees. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger.
What is the exclusion zone?
I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out.
Okay. People sure take your predictions seriously.
Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts.
Is there a rule number 3?
Not at present. But according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable.
I thought refugee encampments were supposed to be safe.
Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Thank you, sir. Also, what line are you referring to? Okay, we're back in the stealing area. I'm gonna put my weapon away.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Wanted dead or alive, Edward Dunsany? Dunsany? And Morton Dunsany, the Dunsany family. Jan as well. Okay. Gregory Farnham?
I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
I swear. Horst Lamping?
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
Yeah, I think we should back up. Yeah, back away slowly. Have you ever considered quarantining for the sake of the public health?
Oh, you want me to keep sickness to myself? Is that it? Well, I refuse to give in to shame and fear. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
He doesn't look like he's been sick. What do you make of the situation around camp?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
I should go. Feel better.
You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
Okay.
Thus,
Archivist Calder
if we
Widmark.
compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside, we gain minute insight into the grand plan.
It's a lot of variables you got there, buddy.
And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
I was wondering if you could tell me about the square root of pi.
Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else?
I obviously have that memorized, by the way. You usually perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement. Do you usually perform advanced calculations in the midst of a busy settlement?
Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate. To show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
You think that's what these displaced refugees need most right now?
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions.
But the other 10.26% of the time, they're asking you if they can use the space.
I am sure they bear any inconveniences with grace and dignity. I mean, the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy has some pretty compelling numbers. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Most people need more than medicine and water to be happy.
We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time.
Plotnik. I'll let you get back to it then.
Then back to it I shall get.
All right. Oh, you forgot to carry the one, by the way. Hate to say it. Order novice. You have some food?
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
All right. Get some salt then, man.
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recalled libations night at the Thruster. Smells about the same, too.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
I like this camp. A lot of detail.
Broke
Map.
my nose last, Scrap. Or, I guess Raleigh Dortmunder did, huh? I still don't get any of this.
Hey, guys.
I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won, you won, right? Matters settled. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
Can you tell me about anything? Can you tell me anything about the situation in the settlement?
You used at least 2 words I ain't sure I know. And I already forgot the question. No? I think. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borsloaf. Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Mapother and Mudge. I like the sound of quasi...
Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Yeah, quasi-legal, whatever they called it. What was the symbol of Sub Rosa? It's like a flower, a lotus or something. Oh, Sub Rosa. Hey, guys.
Do me a kindness and mosey on.
Just who I was looking for. Hello.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Tiff of contention. Yeah. Just hate on Niles right in front of him. Tell me the nature of your services here.
We offer a wide array of proxy altercations, from restrained bludgeoning to flat-out scraps. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
What kind of trouble would somebody get into for fighting here?
It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment volunteering. If you're former Auntie's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve automechs, it's all terrifyingly mystifying somehow. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument, but frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah, this guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
I'm just window shopping proxy altercations today. Sorry.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilized pugilists, and a sick canid to feed.
Okay. Hoping I get to work with you later on. Still interested in getting to know Sub Rosa more.
Just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no stand-in.
Can I climb up this? Yes, I can. Hey, buddy. Keeping an eye out for anything out there? What kind of enemies you got out there? Raptidons? Grabbles? Bandits? Okay, so that's the building I gotta go into, I think.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Multivariable calculus. That sounds like
We're
fun.
not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand with me in defense of freedom.
This is the exclusion zone?
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you.
Excuse you?
You got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
I prefer to think of myself as a free agent. No commitments, no complications.
Cheers to that, friend. When war looms its ugly head, adaptation is key. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import.
You're a bit different from most Auntie's Choice I've met.
I was once considered quite the up-and-comer in the Department of Invasive Marketing. Looked down on all the bottom rungers and have-nots. Then I came here and became one. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me.
No, the main difference is you actually seem like a human. A lot of them just are like speaking about advertisements and promotion. Yeah. How are things around camp?
Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to.
What was that you mentioned about an exclusion zone? I've heard that a couple times.
The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Maybe you should respect the rules of the people looking after you.
People are cramped, injured, sick. The Order needs to do more than command. They need to listen. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but maybe you'll have better luck.
What makes you think the Administrant would listen to me?
Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options.
I can give it a try.
Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
All right. What do we have up here? Is it just like a watchtower?
Oh, a visitor.
Rolo Nast. Do I need notice?
Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Oh, I'm a threat, all right. Just maybe not to you. So I wouldn't show up on a POP, a pop.
Good. I'm most focused on what's relevant to me these days. I used to listen to the wireless, read periodicals, all that useless junk. Complete waste of time, I tell you. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
How accurate would you say the Order's predictions are?
I mean, if you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, I just got that, anecdotal feedback. A few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough.
So you'd say the Order's predictions have helped you?
You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Yeah, well, we had the messenger who gave us the message saying that they were waiting for me for like 6 years or whatever. I don't know if it was actually 6 years, but... Is this loot down here? Yeah, it's stealing though. Damn it. What do we got over here?
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day, it will process all of our equations. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
I'm hardly a layperson. I own 2 abacuses, one for work and one for play.
Frivolous jocularity is one of a vicar's key methods for establishing rapport with lay people. If we gab a bit, I might restock my arsenal for witty rejoinders and quips.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in this settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
You haven't actually told me anything about the situation here.
Oh dear, I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
I wonder what the actual percentage for that would be. I guess it would... You'd have to quantify, like, at what point is somebody considered educated? Right? Like, is it just... Like, if we're just talking about the United States, is it just people who've gotten a high school diploma? Is it anybody who's gotten a high school diploma, would they be considered educated? Is it people who've gotten a college degree? And at what level? Is it an associate's degree? At what point would you mark somebody being educated? And doesn't really mean much for this situation. How does she know who's educated? She's not testing them, I don't think. She's just lecturing them, and that's it, right? So I don't know how they're getting that number. Check your math. Show me your work. Do you think people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's how I feel at work sometimes. Okay, we got a way to sneak into the settlement if we so need to. Some booze out here. Probably not... Should probably, like, warn somebody about this, right? Surely somebody knows. Oh, I need observation and brawny? Like, what the fuck? Come on. You see a large pile of seemingly unrelated debris. What this once was isn't readily apparent at first glance. Yeah, I should have picked Brawny. Suave has, like, done nothing for me.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
Was anyone injured when it fell?
Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenberg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
So a bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this?
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
The Order is doing the best with what they have on hand, right?
They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much.
Alright. Let's go into this place. Oh, is this the bounty board? My own bounty? No outstanding bounty. Local bounties. Following other bounties for the Golden Ridge region, please select an entry. Jan Dunsany. For the crime of repeated and indiscriminate slaughter of Order personnel. Brief. Unlike her brothers, Jan appears to bear some vestige of duty from her prior life in the Protectorate. Unfortunately, this has manifested in a hatred for the Order. She seems to believe that the Protectorate has treated us too gently, and that we must all be executed as traitors. She has already made good on this belief in the dozens. Jan currently resides in the Scrapper's Den with her gormless fellows. For their crimes, they must be eliminated. Okay? Morton Edward Dunsany. Crime of theft, malfeasance, general wrecking of havoc. Morton and Edward belong to the many Protectorate subjects abandoned by their local leaders. However, rather than turning to us for aid, the duo instead partook in petty banditry. They have since acquired many fellow ne'er-do-wells and have swiftly become a problem too troublesome to ignore. The brothers reside within the abandoned Guardian Estates in the southwest region of Golden Ridge. Note that due to catastrophic damage to our tram infrastructure, the mountains on which the estates reside must be ascended. Breaching the scavengers' lines may be difficult, but those who succeed shall be amply rewarded. Alright. Bit transfer, okay. Okay, we got a couple of bounties out there now.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
It's numeric. Hello, everyone. Administrator Ardwall. That's who I need to talk to. Oh my god, I'm in Hogwarts.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you?
May Huffstutler said I should speak with you.
Oh, May, is it? You're on a first-name basis already? This
I
is
said their
about
whole
the
name.
exclusion zone, correct?
I literally said her last name too, but sure, I know her full name, yes. Talk to me like I'm not from around here.
Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Precisely how is it dangerous, though?
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, "An outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. And now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold."
I'm pretty popular as a chosen one. It's true. Where would I even begin?
The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started?
What can you tell me about the voice of the displaced?
I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that.
Earlier you said I was foretold. How does that work?
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
Okay. So if I learn about everyone's concerns, I'll earn enough trust to resolve this dispute?
According to predictions, yes. Or at least my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain, more than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
Okay. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. Will do. Hey, Plotnik. Somebody told me about you.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced.
Archivist Widmark suggested I speak with you about your work.
Well, if the archivist said so, I suppose I can factor out a moment. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine.
Sorry to say, but the displaced may not have noticed either.
With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me.
I bet you're more stressed than you let on. But you seem happy about it.
The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources.
That seems good.
Appreciate you respecting my time.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems... The Order doesn't seem so bad. Right? Where's the problem here?
It's you.
It's me? Beardsley?
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
You want my help? You don't even know me.
True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself.
Right. I've heard it all before. But what does this have to do with me?
Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers.
Oh, well.
I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
I suppose I am pretty dashing. Did the Order devise an equation that calculates the unknowable? How is that possible?
Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. But the math is very, very, very good at predicting what is probably most likely extremely possible. In theory. Within a margin of error. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp.
I have a question first. What do you think of conditions at the camp?
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
Anything I can do to assist with that?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lamping. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
You desperately needed my help with something else?
You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me.
What's What is it you need so badly?
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Okay. I'll find your medical specialist, as was foretold.
My thanks, stranger. Probability is on our side. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
I had another thing.
How can I be of service?
Let me see what you got.
Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
All right. Pinnacle Perfume Micro heals 450 health over duration. I want this. I think that's all I really need. What are these? Blight fortifications and extra primer port. Nah. We good. All right, picking up all the quests here. Some vending machines, a workbench. Novice Seer Simeon Vicarage.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Hey.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
How does the order predict the future?
We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
So you tell everyone in the order what to do?
More what to watch out for. Advisement on adhering to the plan. Forecasts of probabilistic dangers. Elements of larger predictions made relevant to groups and individuals. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
Offense taken. Do unforeseen factors get in the way of your predictions?
Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow?
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me anything about the situation in the settlement?
Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
So you lack any substantial ways to aid the refugees?
There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
If none of the other refugees come by, perhaps you could pitch in to help elsewhere?
I believe my services will be increasingly sought after the more of the displaced learn of our methods. Vicar Orendi, for instance, is assiduously occupied with such efforts. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well.
This is a predictory? I expected more than just a desk.
True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means.
I should go.
Well, I do believe you're needed elsewhere. Farewell.
Farewell. Okay. Where we go up there? What's in here? A healing, auto dock. Okay. Just a storeroom. Alright. Let's go talk to these guys before we end the episode here. Hello.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Oh no, thank you. But I couldn't possibly indulge when there's mischief afoot.
Sensible. Straight to business then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
Back up a minute. What was that about compartmentalization? That word.
Since losing access to the archive, the Order has been forced to limit its open exchange of ideas and information to avoid contaminating what few predictions we can still make.
In other words, you're trying to avoid self-fulfilling prophecies.
We don't use that word, prophecy. Our predictions are strictly a matter of mathematical calculation. But in layman's terms, that is the objective. Yes.
The archive is a vast network of computational machines built beneath the ice of Cloister. Prior to the invasion, the Order used it to generate predictions on a vast scale. But listen to me prattling on. I'm sure you aren't here for a history lesson.
Maybe we should have this conversation in private. Just the two of us.
And leave Abbot Newell to be subjected to the inanity of a total stranger. Absolutely not.
Don't trouble yourself about Seer Wiley. He's here as my aide. I trust him implicitly. Now, you were saying?
I need to speak with Victor Clemens. Supposedly he's a member of your order.
Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
I'm not sure, but it seems likely he's involved in a plot to destroy Arcadia.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
A friend of the trader I'm after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the Order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Can you be more specific about the threats I'll be facing?
Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Sounds more and more like Victor's working with the traitor I'm hunting.
Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher, less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
The good mentor you had, or predecessor rather. Glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
Current tensions? And here I thought we were getting along so well.
Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Just checking. You're sure the Order didn't intentionally attack Auntie's Choice?
Most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. Please convey that fact to whomever you speak with.
Thanks for the leads. I'll look into all of this.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
All right. I have a few more questions before I leave.
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
I notice you refer to Wiley as a seer. What is that?
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Fascinating. That talent must come in handy.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
I too value a good lackey. I like that one. So you're friends? Colleagues?
Both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has become.
What's the story with that giant statue outside?
That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varric, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Ha! Good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Thanks for filling me in. I'll be on my way. All right, guys, we've got more things to explore in here, but we also have... no, waypoints go away. We've got a couple of locations now. We got this big building on the Trail of the Trader. We've got the brothers over here. The arbitrary measures over there. The in-ray range way over there. Okay, right, those are both part of what we gotta do. Jan there. Abbott's message to output. Yeah, we got a whole bunch to do. All right. I like it. I'm liking it. I like these guys. Yeah, I just read the comment, your comment about how the Protectorate is kind of, you know, similar to really bad communist organization governments that we've had in real life, you know, like Mao's China and, you know, Stalin's Russia, Soviet Union, and stuff like that. But the problem I had, and I'm hoping I don't have it here because we've not met like any like Auntie's Choice representatives. I don't like Auntie's Choice, guys. I really don't. And it's not just because I don't know. I just don't like them. They just don't feel believable. They're too over the top. The Protectorate felt fine. Like they were, you know, they were also caricatures and stuff. And these guys are obviously going to be characters of like probably a religious organization, a theocracy or something. You know, where they I'm guessing we're going to get some hypocrisy at some point. If they're going to do like some sort of religious satire here. But maybe we've already seen it and I'm just not realizing it. Maybe they're converting me. But yeah, I don't know. I've liked this world a lot so far. Ooh, I like the ceiling. I've liked this world a lot so far, so that's good. And hopefully the game doesn't like make me kick out other companions. But that's all right. I think you know, I didn't really have a whole lot going into this in terms of like who Felix is. I mean, I had those pieces of inspiration with Indiana and Doc Holliday, but those were more like just like, you know, flavor to make it, you know, like starting point. But it seems like we're getting the feeling that he's not really for any of these guys. Also, that mural looks awesome. Yeah, he's out for himself more so than anything. Even there at the Rectorate, I really need to look into. Is there like a codex for these things, like the factions or anything? No, I don't think so. Yeah, just to get a sense on like what is the Earth Directorate all about? I might look that up just so I get an idea, or maybe I don't know if it mentioned it at the beginning of the game and I've forgotten. But like, what is our mission? Like, what's our structure? What are we? You know, like we have that like sort of the superhero kind of feel that you got in the beginning propaganda intro with what was it, Buddy and somebody else or something like that. The comics we were collecting basically in the last planet. But yeah, I need to figure out that. But we already know that he is kind of out for himself, right? He's. I don't think we're gonna really get much historical artifacts or anything. This place is probably pretty historically significant, but yeah. I don't know how much we can play into being an archaeologist in this game. So he might just end up being kind of out for himself. Not really interested in helping like any one faction win. He's probably more of like a, you know, he doesn't agree with the Protectorate, but this is their colony. Auntie's Choice is kind of just invading. I don't know if there's like a, if it was a legal invasion. I don't even know who would make that decision. But I don't know. Still got some things to learn about the world, really, to help me decide what Felix is all about. But yeah, next episode we'll finish exploring this building. I don't know if there's actually anything else we can explore. Now that we're up here, guess I might as well just take a look. I don't think so. I didn't see any doors or anything. So we might be done exploring in here. In which case we'll head back out into the wilderness, because that is locked. I can't talk to you, can I?
Please, not so close. I'm aggregating vital, time-sensitive data, and your perpetual motion is distracting.
I'm sorry. All right, guys. Until the next episode, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.